Welcome back to another rebuild challenge here on Madden 26. Today we're going to be doing another 0 overall rebuild. We haven't done one in a few months, and I figured, why not do another one? But it's going to have a little bit of a twist because we are going to be in the fantasy draft realm, and more importantly, we're also going to be allowed to draft 5 players. So the way this is going to work is we're going to be drafting kind of top to bottom, whatever we really feel the worst player physically on the board at the time for all these different positions, but every 5 rounds, at least until round 25, we're going to allow ourselves to take any player available on the board, except for QB. I like to actually develop a random no-name QB or draft somebody and develop them that way. I think it's the only stipulation you need to do. Otherwise, you get a really good quarterback and, you know, things can change very, very quickly. But with that being said, if you guys have been enjoying this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe for new, hit the bell notification all so you know when the next upload is up. And let me know what team you want to see rebuilt next, or if you have a challenge rebuild idea of your own, let me know. Either let's go into the draft. It's pretty irrelevant because first 4 picks are going to be just complete randomers. We get pick 32. That's actually kind of interesting. Not that it matters, but let's go straight for quarterback. Jake Luton. Luton? How old is he? 29 years old, huh? Sure, why not? That's our first pick. What a start. And then running back is actually not a bad running back, which makes me think I shouldn't be taking him. So we're going to look for a different position, like fullback. Then we shall take a tight end. You know, guys that you can't really develop. Left tackle. Let's get Kronk. And now we get our choice of player. Running back is intriguing. It's a position that I really... Ooh, DK Metcalf is kind of my guy. I like him in Madden quite a bit. Could go Ibuka as well, though. Worthy. Interesting. Defense also, though. Edge rush. Kind of a position that I like to go for as well. Abdul Carter, I imagine, is gone, right? Cornerback's already very weak as well. I mean, I'm thinking wide receiver is your best bet. Is it going to be DK Metcalf, 27 years old? Olave is no longer superstar, so don't think I'd want to go with Olave. I really wish DK was like 25, 26, you know that? But that being said, I think I'm going to go for DK Metcalf. All right, we drafted another 4 random players, which means it is time for us to have our choice of player. Breece Hall is still there. That is a very intriguing name, but I think you can get a good running back even later, right? Like we can go like Scattaboo later if we really want to. And screw it, I am going to go Breece Hall, I think. Is that the route we want to go? Hampton's good, but he's not going to develop with a bad offense. Breece Hall will develop no matter what. All right, we drafted another 4 players in the process. These 2 DTs were actually kind of higher overall, but they're older. They're not going to develop. I'm not too worried about it. But what do we want to do next? Tight end, we kind of sold on. You know, we kind of let tight end just fall to the wayside because I feel like you can get a 3rd round tight end pretty easy in game. I'm not usually too worried about it. I'm thinking the pick here is going to be Mike Green. I like the potential. Edge is a tough one to get. Maybe even pick 20 will be an edge rusher too. And even though we literally just did a Vikings rebuild where Dallas Turner was kind of bad, I'm going to give Dallas Turner another chance. He's going to be our 4th selection. I have a tough time here because Teddy Buchanan is one of the guys I want. But I also have Kevin Winston and Jonas Sanker here. Do I think I can develop a safety more than a linebacker? I'm trying to think of like in the draft. You're going to have to go around the same spot for a safety or a linebacker. I think I'm going to take Winston, Kevin Winston Jr. And now from here on out, it is nothing but low overall backup type players. You don't need to see it, but you'll see the team at the end. It's not going to look good. The lowest overall. Look who I had to draft. Oh my, it's over. It's over for me. All right, here is our team. It's not quite a 0 overall, but it might as well be. It might say 64, but if you remove the players that we drafted ourselves, the ones we chose, yeah, these guys are all going to be replaced. I mean, you do have a chance with like Bo Collins. You know, he's a hidden dev. Not hidden dev. He's a normal rookie. He's young. You know, same with Bray Boy, which, interesting. 24, though, so unlikely. But, yeah, I highly doubt we're going to be keeping those guys around as starters. And then defensively, edge looks good. You got a free safety. And then, again, you're going to have to replace everybody. Sure, I love the speed, but he's just not going to develop. Let's be real. Am going to move to a 4-3, though, as it's just safer. I like it more. All right, negotiations. Collins gets the contract. I guess Quantez gets it. I mean, we might actually be paying, like, all of these players, even if they're not starters, because at least they're okay. About half of these guys are probably going to get contracts. If they're only asking for about $1 million per year, even if their backup's going down the line, it's worth it, I think. And I didn't expect anything good to happen, but I thought maybe we'd win one game if we're lucky. Now we go 0-17, unfortunately. But hey, better draft pick, am I right? Any of these games close? We scored 5 points. Okay. That's somewhat close. That's somewhat close. And that's kind of it. We had like 2 games where like maybe there was a chance. Nathan Peterman, 12 touchdowns, 30 picks. Breece Hall, not great. Metcalf, not great. I mean, just not a great performance from anyone, really. Our left tackle gave up 28 sacks. Pass rush, anything going on here? I mean, better than I would have thought. But yeah, Dallas Turner, as usual, just doing nothing. Quantez, 4 interceptions. Nice. Not bad, actually. Maybe a sneaky Best DB of the Year award win. Who knows? Let's take a look real quick. Come on. The lag. Please. No effing way. Oh, my Lord. I was like, hey, he can't play well. I mean, to be fair, he probably wouldn't have played well for us, but we sold. We have sold, and there's not really an argument to be made. 86 overall for Hampton already. Fantastic. Broncos, Rams in the Super Bowl. The Broncos win it all. Our freaking approval rating is low. It is very low. Thankfully, I remember to turn coach fire enough, because otherwise we'd be on our way out. We got a couple of upgrade points. Didn't put auto progression on for this one because there's no point to. A, the upgrades weren't great. B, I might as well manually do these when it actually matters. So sort of in a way, kind of soft. I can't. What's even the word I'm looking for here? Like soft cheating to ensure we have a bad team to lose, but it doesn't matter because we were losing every game or close to every game, no matter what upgrades we got, because we just have a terrible team, right? That's kind of the whole point of the whole video. Try to develop a terrible team. Try to replace players that suck on this terrible team. Looking at the negotiations, we actually took care of like pretty much all the ones we wanted to. But yeah, pretty much all these guys, they need to be replaced. No limitations on who we can sign or, how we want to draft. If we want to trade down, we can trade down. 0 overall rebuilds, I just think they're kind of tough. And you need as much help as you can get. If the trade down makes sense, I think we're going to go for it. Running back, sadly, we don't really need. But there's some good ones. There's definitely some guys you can develop. Dylan Sampson, definitely one of those guys as well. Unfortunately, though, yeah, Chop Robinson's there, dude. Shouldn't have spent one of our 5 picks on running back or edge, it would appear. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Evan Neal, I guess. And we have money. And we have a lot of needs, so you might as well throw some money at these players and see what sticks. But as far as long-term options go, I don't think any of these guys are going to be players we have on the team 3 or 4 years from now. All right, for our contracts, we got Mustafa, we got Neal, we got Royals, we got Arroyo, and then we get Dante Thorne, a guy that I was actually going to use one of my 5 picks on. For some reason, he's in free agency. Did they even use him? He was not even used. Maybe we don't need wide receiver, as we've got a very fast, tall guy sitting here at number 2 for wide receiver at the moment. All right, we're in the draft, of course, pick number 1 overall. We literally didn't win a single game. There was some promising looking quarterbacks. Let's see what their true talents were. I'm assuming the guy we're eyeing up at least is a round 1, and he is better than a round 1. He is a top 5. Do I believe he's a generational? Possibly. Am I banking on it? No. Will I be drafting him? Yes. Let's stop asking questions, Jeff Kutcher. That's going to be our guy. Pick 1 overall. Okay, that's a good sign. True talent, 2 overall. Obviously hidden, right? Thank you. 95 throw power, 80 speed. I can live with this. Now, of course, there's not really a position on this team that we don't need for the most part. So, I mean, really, we're just going to play it by ear. I would like to land a cornerback. Believe it or not, though, I think Quantez is going to be our corner too. I actually think it. I'll show you guys in a sec here. He's a 67 overall star dev now cornerback with 6 overalls. You know, he can go to 74, 76 maybe. Potentially he's the guy. I'm just saying, like, things have definitely ratcheted up here a little bit. The chances of getting canceled are astronomical now. Okay, maybe I lied. He's only a 72 overall. I was really hoping for a huge glow up. Didn't really get it. But for now, I can live with it. But beside the point, we do need a corner anyways, so we're going to slow sim until maybe one of the last corners is there and then make a trade up. So unfortunately, the trades just weren't happening. They were wanting way, way, way too much. So we had to forego. At this point, we need a lot of everything. I'm kind of thinking a trade down makes the most sense. Get us extra draft picks. We have no 4th round pick. We need everything we can get here. We can potentially get 2/3 with a late second with this trade. So that's going to be the plan. We're going to try to make some plays. You can see right here, the Raiders are basically giving us that. So we'll move on to the Raiders if we can't make our own trade. This is more than I wanted to give up, but we end up getting 3 3rd-round picks this year, moving down to the Dolphins pick, which they take a left tackle. We're going to make these picks count. I mean, it's a tough challenge rebuild. We got to see if we can pull this off. 3 picks right in a... Wait, is that 3 picks in a row? And then another one later on. Let us cook. Holy. We do have safety. Oh, we have tight end as well. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I do like Andrade. Is that his name? Andrade? Oh, we got some linebackers. We got some safeties. Any of these safeties able to play corner, actually. Potentially Ryan Hayes. Have we cooked? He's slow. Never mind. I'm not doing that. We have 2 linebackers as well. Key, who's insanely fast. I mean, getting linebackers to fall this late is pretty hard to do. I don't know if I love Kennedy, but I do like Key. So Nathan Key is going to be one of my selections. 75 true talent. Please be hidden. Thank you. You know, a little raw, but we can live with it. And then I'm going to go with the tight end. Like, we have Arroyo, but this guy. Just be hidden. Thank you. Huge pick. Good decision. And I got to go with Mr. Harvey Woodward. He might be our corner. I think he might be our corner here. He's going to be a starter somewhere no matter what. 16 true talent. Great start. And he is hidden at 6'2", 91 speed. I think he can play corner. That is our corner 2. Or corner 1, actually. Next pick is a 6th round. So unless there's somebody we really want here, I think it's trade down time. I really like Thompson. Or Thomas. Yeah, it was Thompson, actually. But we need to make this trade down. We need some picks. Steelers might be one of those options. Let's go with the Steelers. 100 and 132. Which, I mean, honestly, you could still potentially get that linebacker. Which, if he's there, I think at this point, he's probably worth the selection. And, yeah, I mean, he was pretty athletic, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like a gem to me. Jude Thompson. Automatic starter. Yeah, we knew he was a gem. And he is hidden. I mean, this has been a pretty good draft. Unfortunately, though, we're kind of running out of picks. If we can get like 2 linemen, maybe 3 if we're pushing it, I think this would be a pretty damn good class. Yeah, we do have a chance at that. Oh, DT, though. Crap, I need it all. Let's go Valesco. We need a DT just as bad as anything. 97 true, please. I will say, though, we've been pretty lucky with the hidden devs. So, at best, we're going to get 2 linemen. Like I said, that's at best. Oh, Santos is there. Do we just make crazy trade-ups? I don't love Santos, but I think he's good enough. Let's make some trade-ups. 98 true talent. Okay, thankfully the hidden dev does not end. The streak does not end. Rams and Jaguars. See if we can do something here. This feels costly, but it is what it is. We are going to probably have to use those 2 later 6 to move up to the Steelers pick to land the other lineman, but Mackey's going to be one of our guys, probably a tackle, hidden dev, nice. And yeah, I think we're going to have to trade both these 6th-round picks to the Steelers. Maybe we can pick up like a 7th, get a kicker or something with them. I don't know if we really even need a kicker, but I'm willing to try to get anything I can. There you go. Maybe I should have gone for more, but that's fine. All I really wanted is this trade up for this lineman. John Gonzalez. Someone's going to have to be normal, right? I guess not. Okay. I forgot we drafted that quarterback, too. We actually did really well for ourselves. Not bad. And we end up with a really good long snapper because the kickers and punters sucked. So 35 true talent long snapper. Why not? Better than having like a 300th, which is usually what we land. But here it is. Without any further ado, quarterback 78 plus. Give me 78 plus. Oh, that's good. 81 overall. Still don't know if I see generational, but this is a very good quarterback. I actually kind of like number 14 because it has a little bit more throw power, but I give Darnold vibes. Dev. Okay, yeah, like I said, I didn't think X Factor, but Superstar is just as good as X Factor if we're really being real about it. You know, they get the abilities. You get the, I think you get a little XP boost, right? Nathan Key, automatic Mike, linebacker. I mean, we even got some linebackers, dude. You know how rare that is? Do you even understand how rare that is? Let's take a look at his dev, which is star. I'm thinking one of the linebackers more than star, but we'll see. And then we take a look at the tight end, which, I mean, some of these positions, like linebacker, most of the time I usually get a hidden. Tight end, most of the time I usually get a hidden. You know, safety, we've actually been getting hiddens a lot lately. Star dev for this tight end. He will be the starter. And we don't have, I mean, I guess you got to do something in the single digits. I'm not putting him at 90. That'd be weird. Then we have the safety, who's a very good player. I don't know if I can make the cornerback argument. I think I'm going to anyways, though. We really need the help there. Let's get that man-to-man upgrade, and maybe we just put him back at safety once we... Ooh, superstar as well. Put him back at safety once we have actual corners there. Because Mustafa doesn't fit as a corner. This guy really doesn't either, to be fair, but it's too late. I've already committed to the whole situation. Jude Thompson looks pretty good, too. Really good hip power, by the way. Let's take a look at what his dev is. Superstar, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling wrong. And then DT, only a 70 overall, but I will take a hidden dev any day of the week. Don't really care. Let's see if we can get any use out of this guy. He will be a starter, but will he develop? That's the question. Dev of star. And then the rest of the guys are like all linemen. So does anyone really care? Probably not. All right, here's the team for season number 2. We did some training camp stuff. Thornton's now 75. Kutcher is now 83. The O-line is still mid. But we have drafted ourselves a little bit better of a starting lineup here, right? We could still use a center and guard. Maybe wide receiver. We'll have to see. And then defensively, we could use a linebacker. Maybe a strong safety. Definitely a corner. A DT or 2 wouldn't hurt. But we're on our way. Sure, we're only a 75 overall, but we have turned things around. It's going to be crazy, though, if somebody actually, like, comments something like, that's not a 0 overall rebuild team. Well, it's like, well, I'm basically starting brand new players, right? Like, our fullback, this corner, this bad linebacker, and this bad DT are the starters we have from the original roster. So in that theory, even if they're 99 overall, we're basically still starting a brand new roster after year 1. Did ourselves a really good job in the offseason, I gotta say. Let's see if we can do some damage. We do have the Saints O still on. Defense is Buffalo because we wanted to go 4-3, but we'll have to see if we have to change playbooks. Not sure who to. I don't want to really go Green Bay this time around. Maybe we try Falcons, something different. All right, we got some contracts. Dallas Turner obviously gets the deal. Evan Neal, I don't think so. And no one else. So, yeah, we got a lot of money. I don't know how Dallas is playing. It is 4 games through the season. Great start. I mean, the money is too good not to. I'll put a little bit higher to get him on the contract, but, like, the money's too good not to. The age and the overall is good. I just need him to play well. We won some games. We actually had ourselves a season of winning games. Not many of them, but we have won a few. 4 of them, to be exact. 4-13 is our season. Little disappointing, but we found some ways to win, and we beat the Buccaneers twice in the year. We swept a division rival while having a bad season. There's not much more we can do. Kutcher, very good season for a rookie. Breece Hall, not bad. Thornton, superstar dev, please. I would appreciate it. O-line, yeah, bunch of rookies starting. Who would have thought that would be a problem? Pass rush. Turner, 7.5. Mike Green, 10.5. Especially after a rough start for Turner, I can live with it. That is progress. That is a bit of progress. We'll take it. Kicking was iffy. Punting was iffy. They're both garbage, so it makes sense. Sorry, but it's true. Yearly awards. Lamar Jackson wins the MVP. We weren't on the list, sadly. Oh, look at this. Thornton is number 2 for Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year 4, Defense Rookie of the Year 2 and 3 and 5 and 8. This is a disaster. QB 10, running back no, Thornton 2. I hate it here. The awards are so elusive. Niners, Bengals, Super Bowl. The Bengals are the champions. See what kind of dev-ups we had. Thornton. Hey, there he goes. 84 overall. Basically, I have 2 DK Metcalfs now. Not really the same, like, weight and strength, but, you know, similar deep shot abilities, right? Very fast, tall. That's really all there is to it. We love this thing. We love this for us. This growth at wide receiver is great. Looking at the defense now. Anyone deving up around here? Does not appear so. Unfortunately, no. Quantez. Almost said the last name. I'm not risking it. I don't care. I'm not risking it. He's a 78 overall. So in theory, he's at minimum the corner 3. Could be better. Could stay at number 2. We'll see. But a little glow up from the team, right? You know, the DT went up in overall. The free safety's looking great. But 80 overall. You know, 75 to 80. If we can keep doing plus 5s every year, we'll be, you know, hitting that 4-year mark, that 5-year mark maybe to win it all. As far as retirements go, I can't really imagine there would have been anyone from us. I mean, we don't even have mentors. We don't even have the older mentor types. We have just a bunch of young dudes on the team. Let's take a look at the negotiations, though. Evan Neal's not bad. I gotta say, he's not bad. 1 year, 12. Even if he's not a starter, I can live with that. I can live with that as a backup. It's not bad value. Let's go to free agency, though. See if we have anything to spend all this money on. All right, what do we got? Tyjae Spears. Hunter Henry, not actually a bad name either. And unfortunately, other than maybe at best Carrington Valentine, I do not believe we're going to be spending any money here. I'll look around, but there's a very good chance that we're not spending money. I mean, Anton Harrison's good, but not, like, great. I don't really see him as a long-term development guy, so yeah, probably not spending any money here. I went for, I think it was 2 linemen. Didn't get them, but I got a kicker punter. We paid a lot for them, but they're very good. All right, we're in the draft. We are still garbage. There is a good-looking corner, though. I mean, there's a lot of good corners, but there's one with a top 5 true talent. He's 6'4". I'm willing to believe it. I think he's probably 78 overall normal, but I have no choice. Do I, though? I think I can trade down, actually. There's a lot of good corners. Okay, let's let the Lions hop the Jets for basically every pick they own for the next 2 billion years. Is that good? Let's see what we can do. Wow, that actually went. Wait. That actually went? I don't care. You can see the password. Where's the trade difficulty? Really? That's how much pick 1 is worth. Okay, I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe like a third this, first next. Maybe. But we got like a first, second, third, fourth. Like, we got the whole damn hookup. Are they at least going QB? Edge. I mean, in fairness, it's an edge rusher. Edge and QB are like the 2 positions. Maybe wide receiver that I'd be willing to take that high. But yeah, I mean, I'm willing to take this corner now. So we made out like bandits. Could trade up for another corner if we want to. Will Baker, 4 true talent. Don't do it. Okay. Better than I thought. And I think we will trade up for another corner. I mean, we have that luxury to do so why not? I don't really know who the best is here. We got another 6'4". Can we get 2 6'4" corners? That would be kind of sick, no? Oh, that guy is really good, though. 4.29. So I'm willing to just move down and then trade up. Even if they're like pick 15, whatever. We need some new corners. Move the corner we just had at safety, maybe, and we're chilling, perhaps. I sold. I'd mistaken the names, and I thought we had one guy left at corner. We don't. Oh, no. I guess maybe we just keep the corner we have at corner and then just take Lang, maybe, and hope he's good at safety. Well, that was kind of a disappointment, huh? We also have this sick tight end. We don't really need tight end, but 4.45 tight end is very intriguing. Damn, I really want a corner now. I guess I just take that linebacker. But yeah, that corner sucks. I can't do it. He's got a good true talent, but no. We're going to go with the 1 to 2 true talent, 2 to 3 projected linebacker, the Mike linebacker, if you will. Wait, who are these? Who are you? Wide receiver 6'4". Don't really need 6'4" wide receiver, but he is good. Maybe put him at tight end, maybe. Cheese it a little bit. I kind of want him. I mean, maybe even just Hilton. Looks like a pretty good slot wide receiver. Could use one. But yeah, with that being said, let's go for the, I suppose, linebacker, Mr. Mike Rich. Oh, wait, no, he sucks. I scouted all 3 linebackers because I like the key ratings, but no, he kind of sucks. I guess, dude, safety always falls. Nah, let's go Morgan Lane. Screw it. Morgan Lane, 21 true talent. What do we got? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why me? What about these fellas, though? Devin York and Nick Roman. I mean, they're going to be kind of the prototypical, like, block shed heavy guys. I do like Devin York. I mean, we're going left field, right? Like, these are not players that I was expecting to take. Hidden Dev? Okay, good pick. Let's move down a little bit and go for a linebacker. You know what? I don't even love the linebackers enough to make a trade up. If there's somehow one of them here, I'll take them, but it's a Sam linebacker. They're not even really a starter, technically. What do we want to do here? We have none of the linebackers there, sadly. Now I regret everything. I kind of like was hitting this kind of mentality where I figured they were still soon, someone's going to be there. I was wrong. I was wrong indeed. Let's go Parker Samuel since it's a 3-4. I tried to skip through the thing, and I skipped through his entire dev. Fantastic. A late 3rd and seemingly late 4th for that trade down here, so we'll do that. And now go for a different guard, Nico Amaya. A awareness, a bunch of Bs, and no normal dev. Have we even drafted a normal dev yet? Other than, like, maybe like a long snapper or something like that, but that doesn't really count. Like, actual, like, players you'd expect to have a chance at hidden dev, because if not, we're kind of cooking. I'd say one of these picks is going to be normal dever, though. Sooner or later. I do like Sean Rich. Let's get ourselves a backup. This will probably be our normal dev, huh? 98 true talent with... No, he is also hidden dev. Wow, we're actually on a kind of crazy roll here. Again, you count long snap or whatever, sure. Technically, we haven't had a continuous one, but no one counts those, right? Or did we have a normal? We might have. Do I take Hendricks? Well, let's take him. Jared Hendricks. 78 true talent. Still hidden dev. All right. We have, in theory, finished our roster. I mean, we could use a linebacker, but again, that's the Sam linebacker spot anyways. They barely play. They play like a couple hundred snaps if they're lucky. Now we got a couple of nose tackles. I think Fasana is probably your best bet. True talent of 42 and a normal dev. I mean, does it count? Eh. And I imagine the fullbacks are going to be a bust, but Costa looks at least okay. Miguel Acosta, 85 true talent and normal dev. If he would have been hidden, that would have been insane. All right, draft recap. What did we do for ourselves? 79 on the corner. Will Baker. Automatic starter for sure. Let's take a look at what the dev actually is. It'd be insane if he's an X Factor, which he is not, but still a very good player at star. I am happy with the pick, especially with the trade down. We have an extra first or second next year. I don't even know, but Morgan Lane, unfortunately, normal development trade, but also very good player, so he will start. Where number 32 is, it's a move. It's definitely a move. And then we have Devin York, who, with that overall at edge, I imagine is going to go skyrocketing up at the actual DT position that we're going to be having him at. Do we have anything in the 90s? We have 95, sure. Ratings? Damn, I was really hoping he would have been a superstar. Usually these guys are normal or star. There's no real in-between or higher than that. Yeah, he goes up 3 overall. It's actually really good. A bunch of linemen in there, which you don't really care too much about, but we'll take a look at the running back real quick. And I do want to see corner. I can't remember who the hell we were going to go for, but I am curious to see the guy we passed on. Did we make the wrong call? Because obviously we ended up going with the safety instead, which didn't exactly work out. He's not a bad player, but didn't work out perfectly. I mean, look at all these corners going in a row. Bailey, 16. Was this Bailey? Might have been the one guy I was like waiting on. Or was Bailey the guy that we literally said, nah, he sucks? I don't even know. I think it was. Start F. He's not bad at all. Very good zone coverage. Not great man, though. Kind of like the safety we drafted and put at corner as is. But he's a little bit worse. I think that was it. That was literally just him, yeah. Very high up there, though. Oh well, I think we still had a really good draft, and I'm not going to complain too much. All right, here we are, season number 3. Didn't quite get that 5 overall up. You know, we want to go from 80 to 85, 70 to 75, 75 to 70, to 80. But 83 is a good overall. It's not bad. Trying to get these skill positions up. Wide receiver 2 is almost to 90. Kutcher's really close to 90. Reese is at 90. Need to get him to superstar. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. O-line is struggling to develop, though. Not sure how I can fix that, but... yeah, the team's not looking bad. Need to dev up for Lang, and that's really it. Because, again, Anderson, he's the Sam linebacker. They don't really play too much, so we'll get a rookie sooner or later there, I imagine. But for right now, I don't really care too much. Team looks good. A lot of high potential. So we're having a pretty bad start despite having, a decent team and a decent scheme. We have some re-signings to take care of real quick, though. DK Metcalf, 2-year 44. Probably could have done more years than that, but we're locked in now, aren't we? Mustafa, he's actually not bad, and we, benched him. Kind of. So maybe we shouldn't have gotten rid of him so quickly, huh? Of course, we have money, so why not at least keep him for a year? I don't know about anyone else, but keep him for another year or 2. 3 years? Okay, that's pushing it, but whatever. Whatever, we got the money, why not? All right, 4-13 record. I'm a little confused by this one. Little bit. I can't imagine we're the best team in the league, but we're comparable, I imagine. I'm seeing a lot of 88s, to be fair. Yeah, we're one of the worst teams in the league by overall, so yeah, you know what? I retract my statement. How about that? I've learned my mistakes. Of course, we're going to have some high draft picks, so where we feel we might need to cut a corner, let's say edge rusher perhaps, just off the top of my head, we can do that. Entering year 4, no playoff berths. I think it might be time to maybe cut some corners somewhere. Maybe the O-line's not helping either, but pass rush is just not there. Dallas Turner played well this year, but Green didn't. We need an elite pass rush, and I think we're going to end up trading at least one of our first-round picks, especially if, they're very high for a pass rusher, because that is a huge concern of this team. We get Rookie of the Year with Devin York, though, which is nice. Anyone else? No one else, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll have to look for a pass rusher. I think that's our biggest concern right now. But, offense hasn't played well in general, so I don't know. Maybe the O-line does actually matter. Offensive yardage, 29th between the Falcons, the Chiefs, and the Packers scheme. Defensively, 31st. What about actual scoring? 27th, which is really, really bad, too. And then points allowed, which is 31st. Yeah, one of the worst teams in the league. The record and stats, they're all painting a pretty broad picture here. Not even a broad picture. They're a clear picture, I should say. Not very broad at all. It's very, very dialed in. We know the pitchers, we suck. As the Giants win the Super Bowl, they had one of the elite edge rushers, don't they? Might have to make a trade. Looking at our offense, though, DK's an 89 overall. We'll probably end up using the offseason training for him. Dante Thornton, though, 89 overall. We took the risk. It worked out. He's an X factor. He's just that good. Looking at everyone else, though, quarterback's 90, 91 for the running back. Tight end still, though, only a 78 overall. Really not developing it, in the slightest. Offensive line, and none of these guys are in the 80s. I don't know what it is. O-line just does not develop. Any dev-ups on this side of the ball? We have York, who's a superstar, 86 overall. Not really much of a pass rusher, but he's a very good block-shedding defensive tackle. And then I don't remember if Key was superstar or not, but he is now. 84 overall superstar for him. Yeah, I don't know why the O-line just is not developing. I guess it's just we're not hitting thresholds for the offense. Lang not going to star sucks, but he's not a bad player. I don't know who you get rid of because both of our edge rushers are in that overall where, hey, this is not a bad unit, but they also kind of suck. So I feel like I might need to cut a corner here. Part of me wishes we didn't even go for DK. Could have made a trade and gotten a new wide receiver. Maybe we trade off DK, even though we got him, on a contract. It's only a 2-year 44, I believe, so could do it. Either way, let's go to free agency first. Which, yeah, it's a bunch of running backs. It's not going to be anything special, so free agency is already a bust. Draft picks. What do we got? Come on, Detroit. Thank you. Detroit cooked. With pick 1 overall, we can pretty much get anyone we want, huh? The last time I traded number 1 overall, I got a 99 overall pass rusher and was told that I suck at drafting, apparently. I guess trading for a 99 overall is is bad drafting. I don't know. I don't know. Some people. Non-contact CTE, we call it. It is a very serious condition. I like Abdul Carter. That is a guy that performs well in Sim. Even if I had to pay him, I don't care. I might have to do it. 1 year left. I do have to pay him. Damn, maybe I don't want him then. I just got him, but FF Fasana a first, and this year, a fourth, next year, a seventh, and 2 years from now for Will Anderson and Peyton Wilson. Kind of thinking, do we want to cut? I forgot we also still have, like, Mike Green in them. So, in theory, we have quite the draft capital. Mike Green needs a contract that's, I mean, decent timing, I can't lie. Corner, it's not really a need unless you just put Woodward back over at safety, which you could. We might. We'll look. We'll pay attention. We'll see what we can do at corner. Again, maybe DK, but we didn't even pay Thornton. We only paid him like a 3-year or something. Damn, why don't we do a 7-year? We're stupid. Cutting corner at tight end. Maybe that's a part of it. I don't even know if I love this trade, but Mike Green a 5th and a 6th for Landon Dickerson and Flaherty, who's a superstar lineman. I guess. Why not? At this point, though, I'm trying to cut corners. I'm trying to get some linemen in here that are higher overalls because things just haven't really worked out, so I'm going to get 2 new tackles if I can get them. Costs a lot, but we trade all of this for Membu, who's got a 4-year deal, mind you. So 90 overall tackle. I'm going to be putting him at left tackle as well. We are at least a little improved on the offensive line. And by little, I mean very improved. Our left side specifically is way better. All right, we have pick number 8 overall. I scouted a bunch of different positions. Wide receiver is kind of up there because obviously DK Metcalf isn't getting any younger. Cena, he is good. But as a Cena corner that looked insane because of his pure line speed is intriguing. Because if we land a new corner, we can move our current corner at safety. Got 2 other safeties. They look pretty good too. If Willie's there at 8, I'm taking him, but he won't be. So he'll be gone by 5, I'd say. And okay, he's still there. I think we have no choice but take Whitley and then potentially move our current corner to safety. I think that's the play. Virgil Whitley. Unless this guy's normal. That changes everything. If he's normal, then I don't know what to do. 3 true talent. Hindev, 97 speed. We landed some corners these last few rebuilds. Can't lie. I don't love the wide receiver options, but I'm going to take a chance on Kelvin Addison. Looks pretty good. 61 true. Just keep me hitting. Okay, that pick sucked. I can admit that pick was garbage. That guy will never develop for us. He's wide receiver 4. We need a new DT, so Lindsey Clinton's going to be the guy. At least a new DT3, I should say. 78 true talent. Does happen to be hidden. Very weak, but I'm okay with the pick, obviously. All right, let's take a look at that draft recap. What the corner looking like? 78, 79, 80. Wait. There's some true generationals in here. If it was this is the 3rd ranked guy on overall as an 81 overall. Injury sucks, to be fair, but he'll be our corner 2. Our current corner 1 will be a strong safety. All will be well in the world. This guy's a superstar. Team's getting better every single year. Had a really good offseason for... I honestly don't even care about these other guys. I'll take a look at Addison, just see what, development you would have if you're using him, which, to be fair, yeah, I mean, he's a good number 1/2. Got to see these overalls, though. Who was better than him? So he was tied with Bonner and Vega, so both 2 tackles. Really good finesse blocking, by the way, but yeah, let's see if this is the year. I mean, if we don't make the playoffs this year, I don't know what to do. All right, it's year 4. We have not made the playoffs. We're a decent team. We made some pretty big trades this offseason. We got an 88 left guard and a 90 left tackle, and then the biggest of them all, 99 overall left end. I think we're just going to rock Green Bay's playbook start to finish, and if we're not in the playoffs this year, we might just be headed towards a failed rebuild. Of course, Woodward also, as an actual safety, because he has no man coverage, is insane. So that's also great. $146 million. Thornton is asking for a lot of money. Why didn't we do a 7-year when we had the chance? I don't know. Let's do a 4-year deal now, though. 4-year 92. Boom. What else do we got here? Winston. I mean, that's very cheap, actually. It's like a little over 11. Thank you. Nice. Anyone else? Everyone else is a backup for now. We'll see what Kutcher wants. Good old Kutcher. And I don't know if it's the players we traded for, specifically Will Anderson, or if it's the playbook going to Green Bay, but let's just say we had a bit of a different type of year. We were 15-2 with the bye week. Yeah, I don't know. Year 4. It's the year. It's the year that keeps on giving. Will we actually win? I don't know. You just got to get to the playoffs. You have a good chance, right? Because I can come in, even though the sliders are very difficult. We can come. Oh my lord! Do you see the numbers from Breece Hall? By the way, should be superstar. But yeah, we should be able to, at least give ourselves a better chance of winning. Addison, 20 touchdowns. Okay, I like it a lot. Pass rush was way better. We didn't change the defensive scheme, so unless this is an offense not, sucking, so the other side isn't running the ball as much kind of situation, Will Anderson has completely revolutionized the pass rush unit. He is absolutely carrying. Kicking was great. This was a great year. We went from one of the worst, if not the worst team in the league back-to-back years now to, the best, arguably the best. MVP number 4. We did get Offensive Player of the Year with our rookie, mind you. Put him in the slot because why not, right? And Addison had himself a year. What a season. He won 3 awards. This guy's going to go to freaking X Factor. And here we are taking on Dallas. They're a 90 overall, though, so not a guaranteed win by any means. All right, here we go. Going to the end of the game, 0-7. We get the touchdown to start. 14-0. 21-0. Looking like we're headed to the championship round, barring a miracle. Defense doing pretty well so far. 28-0. Dallas, no points still. And Dallas is going to get shut out 38-0. That is a crazy strong score. Been seeing more and more blowouts and shutouts lately. I respect it because normally it's they always have to let the team that's getting destroyed score something. They always do, but lately I've been seeing it oh, no, they don't. You just got blown out. You just got shut out. Enjoy the 0 points, bozo. But Penix, not great. 8 completions on 26 attempts. That might be the lowest completion percentage I ever seen from more than 15 attempts, let alone more than 20, let alone more than 25. Really bad completion percentage. Kutcher was good. Rushing was good enough. Addison, he's been killing it. This rookie, he's a difference maker. Will Anderson, he's a difference maker. I think maybe in the future, I don't even know how you do that. It's like a 10-year rebuild, you're thinking probably, but no trading for a future 0 overall rebuild. That's all I can think of because that's the only way to make it harder without making it impossible. I don't even know. No trading down in the draft, no trading for players. That's tough. Just based on, how many positions you need to fill, you're talking about 3 perfect drafts minimum to at least have the roster, let alone to develop those guys. Either way, though, the Commanders, winner of this one's in the Super Bowl. I'm probably going to freaking jinx the thing, but I want to come out here a little bit. The way our team is playing right now, I don't know if we're even going to have a chance to play when the team needs us, as we get a really good run back from our backup running back. Yeah, it sounded weird. I know. I heard it. Deep play action. DK Metcalf, he's a problem. This is a pretty good offense, though. Look how far off they're playing, though. Thornton gets about 5 or 6. You want to play that far off, you're going to be getting it. Of course, the crazy part is this team is so tall. And that is a crazy bad throw, but Thornton catches it with kind of ease and gets almost the first down. I'll do a little drivey drive. All right, Breece, punch it in for the first down. Not really in anywhere else. We could have maybe bounced it left, but I just want that first down. Give me the first down. My rule of thumb when playing, my rule of thumb when watching, always rooting for just getting the yardage you need for the first down. I do not care. I don't even care if you got a guy wide open on a streak. Just take the first read that is wide open. There's no time to be overthinking as we're getting cooked here on the ground. You always see it now. Oh, it's not a bad percentage look. Deep shot. No, dude, I need the first down. I just need the first down in my life, as DK gets most of that. Speaking of trap play, I don't know about that one. I really wish Kutcher was a little faster, though. I don't know if I trust it. Damn, Kutcher actually delivered that. Say what you will, but a lot of times you don't get that stop and throw. You get a weird, freaky animation where your guy stops and does not throw. They were going after the rookie, so we had the wide open. Actually, no, they were going after Thornton, so the rookie was wide open. Somebody was wide open. All right, and we hit him. This is a long drive. It's taking us a while to get down here. There's nobody blocking on the screen. Guys, it was a screen pass. DK Metcalf. I've seen Justin Jefferson cook on this route before. Damn, dude, that is filthy, though. You just get such a quick jump on that slant. I don't know why. Is it like a busted slant? Either way, we get the touchdown drive. Let's see if the team can have a similar performance like they had against Dallas or not. Little NFC East, drive here. Little road through the NFC East to try and get to a Super Bowl here. 14-7, 17-7. Not as good of a performance. Obviously, they've scored. That's already way better than what Dallas did, but they're also just in it, They're getting some stops, but ultimately our team looks to be a little overwhelming for them. 38-14. Our touchdown, if anything, slowed the progress and momentum of the game in favor of the Commanders. Of course, the defense has been killing it, dude. We allowed under 100 yards passing. That's just ridiculous. I mean, the defense has been crazy good ever since Will Anderson has joined it. Everyone's playing better. The team itself is just great. We're headed to the Super Bowl after, once again, we've had a couple of these rebuilds now where we didn't get to a playoff game the first 3 years. It just is what it is, let me tell you. And here it is for all the marbles. We are going to be taking on the Denver Broncos. Let's take a look at, that's not really how I wanted to do it, but let's take a look at how the Broncos got here. They beat the Raiders by 3, beat the Patriots by 3, so some pretty close games there. We cannot relate. We've had some crazy blowouts and even a shutout. Kutcher, 97 overall. I got to say, though, it came out pretty nicely that we found a very good quarterback in the draft for once. And usually the quarterbacks, to be fair, we're not really drafting quarterbacks a lot of the rebuilds. But most of the time when we are drafting, they're like 70-74 at the best. Also, look at Addison, dude. I did not expect this. This is so unexpected for me. I put him in the slot because I was like, I don't really care how tall he is. EA doesn't care. Just put him in there, give him a chance, and wow, was it worth it. Of course, looking at the defensive side of the ball, Winston Jr. Good old Kevin Winston Jr. is a superstar, 90 overall. Of course, we have no issues with contracts either, so if we have to do another season, we can use all these players. We're not really worried about it. Whitley goes up to an 87 after 1 year because of being a superstar. 92 overall versus 89. Let's see it. See if we're going to win yet another Year 4 Super Bowl. I might go back and look at all of our rebuilds and see the tally. It's got to be like 90% Year 4. It makes sense. It's also kind of crazy. I feel like in previous Maddens, well, Year 4 is still our number 1 Super Bowl winner. Year 5. We've got a lot of Year 5s in there too, but this year, not really. Did that work? Oh my God, I didn't see 38, and I thought for the first time we had the sweep end-around pitch trick return for a touchdown. It's a very long play. Do I run a drive here too? Why not? I'm a liability for the team, so it's kind of fun. That actually works. That's a big play. Thornton gets about 20 plus. That play's not bad. Did they say Kuchar? Did they actually say his name? Is there a player in the league with that name? Interesting. That is a very garbage route there, Mr. Tight End, but you caught it. I'm disappointed in the route, but I am impressed by the catch. So it's a win-lose. That's a really good throw, and Thornton just shows off that speed. I don't know who was on that right side. It was an option route, and he made the wrong call. Slant. Metcalf looks pretty good here, I think. Oh, wow. They actually baited the hell out of me, dude. These sliders, I'm telling you. Like, that's supposedly cover 2. That guy is dropping hard on the corner for a cover 2. The awareness is next level. Nobody on this guy. Tight end gets a lot of yards. We are moving still, though. Again, we do have pretty good players. Just we're barely getting that ball out. Addison back of the end zone on that post. They're pretty deep on it, so we're going to go with the underneath. I can't believe he actually sat down on that. Again, another option where they make the wrong call. I don't know how you ever throw an option route as a quarterback. Oh, my. Did you see that? Who was that? Deron Payne. All right, last time we got the touchdown with Metcalf on this. They got a little blitz, so you would think Brees has an opportunity. You would think wrong. Little underneath, and we threw it away from the DB. Linebacker, whoever it is. I'm going to go for this because this puts him in a tough spot to score anyways, and I would like to score on our own here. Sig not going to get there, but Metcalf will, and the spin catch with the help from Thornton will score a touchdown. When in doubt, drag it out. What can I say? What can I say? That's what I would say if I was the director of a good franchise and I have no better ideas on a new IP. Oh my God, we're getting cooked. Holy shit. Wow, we are getting dominated. Yo, how? Come on. Come on, defense. Do something for us. Okay. Not over. 4th and 1. I mean, you got to go over this, right? I agree. Don't know if I love their call, though. Again, a lot of drags. They're on this, but DK's that guy. I mean, if I've got a 50-50 ball, am I going to go to the tight end who's kind of slow or the wide receiver who's kind of the GOAT of Madden? I'm going to go GOAT of Madden, right? I think that's a pretty reasonable take. It's a little behind him. Wow. Good catch, Dante. Damn, these receivers are goated. How the hell are we struggling? Our quarterback must have thrown 3 picks. No less than 3 picks. It's a 13-point game. Defense got to get a stop, though. And that is not a stop. I mean, it kind of is. 16 points, but look how much clock went off. 4th and 11 now after the just pure incompletion. This don't look good. This don't look good for our chances of winning the Super Bowl here. It's a late throw. He catches it, but he's short. That sucks. That is a hell of a play, dude. These receivers are so good. This quarterback is booty. He would never live this down. He would never live this performance down. It's got to be him, right? It has to be. He doesn't look too bad, though. 2 picks. I mean, 2 picks isn't the end of the world, but he's not doing us any favors. DK? Can he get out of bounds? Oh my God, he's so quick. He's a freak, dude. I'm telling you, he's the best player, best receiver in Madden we've seen since Calvin Johnson. What the hell is this? I don't agree with this, I don't think. What the hell even is that? Was it supposed to throw it sooner? I have not seen that before, and I don't want to see it again, so please stop. That's not open. Well, that's picked off. Was that actually open or no? I'll tell you when it flashed. I'm an expert at flashing. I can no longer go to the playground. It flashed like right here. Really? That's... The coverage is so good that this is considered open in their mind. I mean, you could throw it. Right here, maybe? Maybe that's when it flashed. Either way, I don't like it. We made it to a Super Bowl, which is an automatic win by default, but we did not win the Super Bowl, so we will have to do at least another year to see if we can. I can't believe it. I mean, it looked destiny. It looked like another cookie cut. 5.5 sacks from RDT, and we lost. That's crazy. Looked like another cookie cutter year 4 Super Bowl. You know, get the FBI on it. It's starting to feel a little sus. It's just like copy and paste the same kind of situation we've been getting. But no, we actually lose in the Super Bowl, which is disappointing. Thank you, Broncos. We love you. Dude, they barely beat all these different teams, and then they come up against us, the juggernaut of the league, the team that is blowing teams out, putting up 30, 40 points a game, you know, shutting out a Cowboys team in the playoffs that had to win to get to us, and then they just cook us while we're, quote-unquote, the home team? Do you have any respect? No? Take a look at retirements. We shouldn't have any, but you never know. We had some mentors, but who cares? Let's go to free agency. Well, re-signings, which I think we took care of, and then free agency. I know we have Kutcher on that 5th-year option, which no, we'll just pay the 50, 60 million. Why not? Why not? Not gonna matter anyways. This is the last season. Whether we win the Super Bowl all the way or we miss the playoffs completely, this is the last season. Which means we might be making another trade for a proven player. Free agency, though, Thibodeau, Ward, Bolden, whoever the hell that is. I like DK too much to trade him. I was going to trade him for a better wide receiver, but to be honest, we don't really need a better wide receiver, right? Like, we have got 3 90s, or very close to 90s. Maybe tight end? The tight end's not bad, but you have to pay him anyways, so let's see what we can do. All right, do we even have a first-round pick? We do. I don't want to do a draft in general, but I also just want a better tight end. Where the hell is that young man, Brock Bowers? Oh my God, he needs a contract. Damn, son. Do you mind? It's kind of crazy how much they want for him. I mean, our tight end's not that bad, is he? Tyler Warren's good, but he's, by definition of how the game works, a worse player. Oh, remember Holcomb? I mean, I'll do this. I ain't going to give him a whole first round for him. I don't know what to do, because, again, I don't want to draft. There's no point to draft Trey McBride. No point in doing a draft if this is the final season. Those rookies are not going to develop. They're not going to start. They're not going to develop. No one asked, you know? So, I mean, it's fair value. It is 9 overalls, and I can use my +2 on DK. I don't think it's really worth it, but it's the final season. It's our biggest need. Let's do it. It's really not our biggest need. Our biggest need would have been like an upgrade at lineman, but yeah, maybe not. It's not true. I actually think tight end was our biggest need. I mean, everyone, there's a lot of morale boost in here, but everyone's around a 90, where the 80, tight end was only 82. So you lose a little bit of speed, but you gain a little bit of talent, especially since he's a superstar. I mean, we've traded off a draft class, so let's fill up our lineup, set it up, run it again, line it up. Now, maybe we didn't have our own draft picks, but holy crap, the Niners were drafted in 87 overall. Crazy enough, not even in the top 5 safeties I've seen this year. He's not that tall. He's really not that fast. Maybe he's got a couple of ratings in like play rag awareness, pursuit that, puts him a little bit higher than some of the other guys we've seen. But yeah, not even in the top 5 we've seen at safety, let alone at any position. But overall wise, yeah, right up there at the top 5. All right, we did our training camp. Hello, officer. And we have our team for the final season here. Season number 5. Kutcher is now a 98 overall. And then we look at the defense. Boom. Not as much going on here, but they're good. Right? There's a bunch of 80. You look at everybody, this is like an 88 plus defense, right? What does it actually say? 92D, 93O. I mean, we're one of the best teams in the league. Let's see if we can win a Super Bowl. Oh, wow. Look at this contract. How many monies is this? Holy crap. That's a lot of monies. Will Anderson as well. Holy crap. 4-year 190 for Will. So Woodward's definitely a casualty. Key, I think the value is there, so you try to keep him. Anyone else? Flaherty, you lose him, I think. Valesco's actually been a very good DT, so you can keep him. Gotta make sure you have enough for Kutcher. 125 left. Thompson, maybe. Brees would be a 2-year, which he definitely won't accept. What else do we have? So we tie that money up. A couple of linemen. DK is going to be gone because you already have 2 wide receivers anyways. You're losing most of the linemen, but you can afford the QB, which, I mean, at that price, you really shouldn't, but we're going to do it. Tag is probably cheaper in the long run, but yeah, I mean, this team's broke. That's really all there is to it. The team is broke. You get the linebacker, you try to get Brees, then you lose the safety, you lose all these linemen, and you lose DK Metcalf. And here we are in the playoffs, but we're on the road. Didn't even win our division. We are the 5th seed as this good of a team. I don't know. Maybe we're not going to win a Super Bowl after all. This is the final season no matter what, because we are, of course, losing some players. This is our peak. That's really all there is. This is our peak. Touchdowns were definitely down as a whole. Didn't change anything in the lineup, wide receiver-wise or anything like that. Laporta, I'm hoping the overall helped us win more games, even though it didn't, because his actual performance was garbage. DTs weren't great. Edge was worse than before. Yeah, I don't know what changed, but our team is worse. Dramatically worse. Pierman wins MVP. We win nothing. Eagles of Teddy Buchanan. That was actually one of the guys we almost chose over Winston. Either way, though, could you imagine it's the Bears that take us out? I'd be devastated. I will not allow this. I will not allow the Bears to be the ones to take us out at 8-9. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. As it is a very close game. The Bears are tying us up. I don't like this. Last time the Bears and Saints played in the playoffs, I think the Bears were 8-9, but they lost. As the Bears are going to have a chance, dude. Are you effing kidding me? How is this even possible? They're so bad. Even if we get a sack here, we're screwed. I mean, we really should just let them score. I'm late. Field goal. It's good. Okay. It's 24-23, our ball, right? This is bad. This is bad for us. Let me call it how it is. And I can't get there. Our guys, we almost got to the ball quicker than the guy that was actually covering him. Holy, this is not good. This is not good. Kick it into the end zone for the love of Jesus and whoever else you believe in. Of course, they won't. And that didn't work. We lost 5 seconds and gained nothing. We've lost. There's no way we lose the Super Bowl. Uh-oh. DK's got a look. It's not a great look, but it's a good enough one. Damn it, DK. I can't believe he actually got that coverage, though. It's crazy. Of course, you do have a 99 kick power kicker, I believe, so just get there, you know? Just get in range, damn it. Again, we have a look. Safety help, this time none. They've left him one-on-one with a linebacker. EA, never change. Never change your ways. We're headed to the divisional round. Spread them out. Hope the safety doesn't play over top, and they somehow man up a linebacker with DK Metcalf. Idiots. Stupid idiots. Let go. Let's take a look at the numbers. Quarterback. I mean, he's not bad. Take away our numbers, and it's not bad. Scattaboo is so sick, though. He's so good in-game. DK was good. Sacks were good. Cam Little, one missed kick, not good. All right, divisional round time. What are we staring at? The Cardinals. Some crazy teams here. Bears and Cardinals standing in our way for a Super Bowl, I guess. Still got to do the championship round, even if we win this thing, though. So we're still a long ways away. It'd be nice to see one, though. You know, back-to-back Super Bowl trips. Actually win the Super Bowl this time. See if it's possible. End of the game. 11-6, both sides. Arizona with the touchdown. We drive down, but we do not score. They look like they're in control. We finally get some points. Nice, 7-all. Halftime, very low-scoring game. 7-all still. 14-7. Okay, a little bit of a lead. Any points will do it, and there it is. 17-7. What a performance from the defense that will hold on to send us to the championship round once again. Look at the player stats. Kutcher, not amazing, but, you know, didn't throw a pick at least. Brees Hall, not amazing either. Also fumbled. Addison has been great ever since we drafted him. DT showing up a little bit. Interception for Steffens. Kind of crazy name drop. And our kicker didn't miss a kick. Fantastic. He's learning. He's doing well. A team we're more familiar with here in the championship round or no? Buccaneers, kind of, sort of. It's actually a team that we beat twice in the same season when our team was garbage. So hopefully we just have their number. Hopefully that's just the case and it wasn't just luck. Let's find out, though, is they're the only ones standing in our way now in the NFC from getting to the Super Bowl. Hopefully it's the Broncos. I want revenge, assuming we win this, of course. Starting off with a whole bunch of nothing. End of the first quarter and 0-0. 7-0 now, though. Buccaneers 10-0. I don't like it. Okay, 13-0 at halftime. 19-0. 19-7. A little bit of a comeback. It's a 9-point game. Okay, good defense. They get the stop. Do we need to come in? We do not. Kelvin Addison, we talked about it. He's the GOAT. Huge touchdown, 4th and 5. 5 minutes left. Touchdown wins it. Well, field goal, honestly, depending on the time, wins it too. You can punt this away. You can do that. I agree. Where the hell is that one play, actually? Where's my little touchdown scorer? Strong flood. I mean, you got the blitz. Laporta has got a chance. Metcalf. Laporta. Oh, wow. Laporta kind of zooming. Huge play to the 48. Big moment. 3 minutes left. All you need is a field goal. You are headed to the Super Bowl. I just feel a turnover coming. They're playing this drive very well. Oh, no. They do get the extra. They get the field goal, but clock's not our friend right now. Nothing's really our friend right now if we're going to be real with you. Mid-blitz. They might have to call a timeout. They will. Oh, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Okay? I don't get it. Do you run man coverage? Zone coverage has not really been our friend in these situations. Making sure he's covered. I think I know this play. We left the running back wide open, by the way. Yeah, there he goes. I'm glad that it Just let him score, I guess. I'm glad that they just let him have all day to throw. That was pretty cool. Interesting. 8 seconds left. Well, it looks like I've sold, okay? I was supposed to cover the guy, but the inside was open too, and I got worried. And I also felt like there was a million seconds for them to throw, so I figured, you know, sooner or later we're going to get in. I guess not. I mean, this is just a walk in the park kick. This is the easiest kick of all time. If he's from 60, I feel like he's going to hit it. But we could block it. Okay, he's up isn't good. We're going to need a miracle. All right, DK, you've done it once. You've done it again, hopefully, which they do. I think you just streak both of your wide receiver ones and call it a day. We're not even going to get the well, he did get the throw off. Good try, but no go. Tampa denies us no Super Bowl trip, no Super Bowl win. I mean, it's a win of a rebuild, but also not a win of the rebuild because we did not win a Super Bowl. So, I don't know. What would you guys call this? I would call this just being unlucky, maybe. Because we built a pretty damn good team here. Okay. Yeah, this guy's cooked. Yeah, 99 kick power, 99 accuracy. It's time to go. And they didn't even freaking win. They took our playoff spot and squandered, well, our Super Bowl spot, I should say, and squandered it. That is crazy work. Either way, let's take a look at the team. This is the, I mean, it was the final season, right? We didn't win the Super Bowl with as good of a team as we can get. Also, our quarterback just regressed, I just noticed. I hate this game. He just made the Super Bowl championship round, and then the Super Bowl before him. Dante Thornton, though, X-Factor, 93 overall, I should say. Short route, not great, but everything else pretty good. That's where I'd be throwing the ball to him anyways. Deep looks every day of the week. DK Metcalf, 88 overall now after the regression. Loses a speed, but he's still absolutely a tough guy to guard. I was going to say unguardable, but that's not true. 93 overall for Addison. He's probably your wide receiver too going forward. A little bit of slower version, but more, I would say, smart, better route running than Thornton. Laporta, we didn't develop him, but still look at him. Why not? We're already here anyways. And then we did not look at Breece Hall, did we? Take a look at Breece Hall. Looking good, looking elusive, looking like $1 million. Defensively, though, Kevin Winston Jr., my guy. 91 overall. This guy's been developing for me a little bit. I like it. And then we, of course, have Woodward, who was kind of a cornerback for a while. And do we end up moving him to safety? He goes up massive amounts in overall. Then we have some linebackers. Don't really care too much about Peyton Wilson, especially since you just regress. But Thompson, very good block share. Not the best in coverage. And then Mr. Key, 88 overall. A little more balance. You know, they got that field general archetype. The best archetype in the game for linebackers, of course. Then we look at the rest of the guys. Corner, Baker. Both corners, 90 overall. Both corners taken pretty damn high, too. 6'4 corner. How the hell do you throw against that? A little bit of speed to go with it. And then, of course, you look at the other side. Whitley, not the shortest guy in the world either, and he's 97 speed. So, again, how do you throw against that? I guess you just wait for him to get injured since his injury's 45. Quantez. Do we care? I do. 84 overall. Cool. That's as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going to mention anything else about him. Edge rush, Dallas Turner, 90 overall. Look at him go. Like, don't look at him go on the actual stat sheet because it's usually pretty bad, but he actually played well these last 2 seasons. Still no star to have, by the way. But look at those ratings go. Of course, Will Anderson, X-Factor, 6 overall is just waiting to be used. Upgrades, damn near 99 everything. Helped out the team quite a bit when he joined in, but still was not good enough to win a Super Bowl. Valesco, apparently an elite pass rusher with no pass rush moves. I'm telling you, overall is all that matters. And then Devin York, not a bad pass rusher either, even though, once again, the ratings don't say that it is. But that's pretty much it for this one. If you guys want to see any other challenge-style rebuilds in the future, let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see more 0 overall rebuilds, maybe you just want to see a standard one. We just take over a random team, make all their players 0 overall, and just rebuild them. Or you want to see the same thing we just did, but a different type of challenge where I can only take one player, or I can take player in the first round, or this, that, and the other thing. I can't trade players, whatever it may be. Let me know in the comment section below. Or if you just want to see a regular rebuild, realistic style, what team you want to see next. Regardless of, if you did end up enjoying, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, Jeromepkr plays and Madden content, and maybe Panthers franchise tomorrow? Question mark? Perhaps? I'm not sure. Either way, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,